Don't be deceived. When you are buying land, it's not every document that the seller can give you. Yes. A lot of people, when they are going to buy land from sellers, the sellers tell them, oh, I'm going to give you all the documents. I will do all the documents for you. You don't have any problem. It's a lie. In this video, I'm actually going to educate you the type of documents that a seller in his capacity can give you and what type he cannot give you. If this is your first time, kindly subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to press the bell button so that whenever we post our new videos, you get notified. If you also want to book me for consultation or you want me to help you in due diligence, just check in the description of the video. You get the details, then you reach me. So most people, when they come to buy land from people, they tell them, oh, I'm going to give you all the documents. All the documents are available. All the documents are intact. Most at times, we, those who advertise, we know the documents that are available and those that are not available. So when you contact some of us, we'll tell you the document that is on that piece of land. But the sellers or the companies, they'll tell you, oh, they'll give you all the documents. It's not true. They cannot give you all the documents when they are selling land to you. There are some documents that are within their capacities that they can actually give to you as a buyer. And there are some documents that is not under their capacity to give you. First of all, after you finish your due diligence, you've done everything and you make payments for the land. And if you use bank transfer to do your payment, definitely you get receipts from the bank. And you also need to get a receipt from the one you bought the land from to give you receipts in addition. So it's not advisable to do cash. It's always advisable to do bank transfer, so you have evidence of payment to the individual that actually received it. But if, let's say, you did cash, you still need an evidence of payment. That is a receipt from the one you bought it from. So if you are very critical with your receipts, you may even request that they do a thumbprint for you. That is if it's an individual that is selling it. But if it is a company, then you can't request for a thumbprint, definitely. But you can also look for other ways and means to ensure that you are well secured. That is only to those people who want to learn more. So as for receipts from the seller, the seller must give you a receipt. That one is K, you understand? That's the first document you can receive from them. The second one is a site plan. A site plan is actually a drawing consisting of a portion of it which is marked as your piece of land that you bought. And that site plan too, we have it in two types. Just a normal site plan and the one with a barcode. Most of the companies that sell lands in Ghana here, when you buy land from them, the site plan they give you is just a general site plan of your particular land that you bought. So it's just the surface type of site plan. They don't do barcode for you. So if you bought it from an individual and he gives you the site plan, you actually need to hire a surveyor to directly go to the site to pick up the land to do another site plan for you with a barcode. Comprehend? Because the barcode is important for you, whether you want to register the land or you don't want to register the land. At the time of need, you need to use that barcode. So when you do it now, it is better. So you need barcoded site plan. So most of the sellers, including the real estate companies, they don't give a site plan with barcode. I'm not saying all, the most. They just give you a normal site plan. There's no barcode on it. So that should tell you that when you want to do your generation, you do further registration, you will have to hire a surveyor to do a barcoded site plan before you can proceed to your next step of registration. So that's the second document the seller can give you. The seller can give you a site plan. It can either be a barcoded site plan or just a site plan with a barcode. Number 3 is indenture. This indenture is an agreement of the sale of land to you. So an indenture consists of the terms and conditions of the land. It consists of the name of the seller or the company of the seller, and you as the buyer, he transacting or selling the land to you. And it also consists of the measurement of the land. You measure this number of this number of this. It measures the land, everything inside is also contained in the indenture. You also have the terms, the lease term, whether it is 50 years, 70 years, 99 years, the indenture must consist of that. It also has yearly rent payments. Sometimes 30 Ghana cedi, 50 Ghana cedi, yearly rent payments. So these ones are usually, some tips that you have to be doing yearly. Is it yearly or monthly? Yeah, it depends on the agreement. Yeah. Also, that indenture again consists of the terms. Some of the indentures or the agreements between you and the seller, they might tell you that before you can sublease the land to another person, or you want to sell the land to another person or sublease to another person, you need his prior notice before you can do that. That must be contained in the indenture. The indenture again must give you the number of years you can use the land. That is your lease term, and also must give you your renewal term. So you need to ask for the renewal clause. Some of the companies, they tell you, oh, after the 70 years or the 100 years ownership of the land, or the 99 years ownership of the land, you can renew for extra 45 years. You can renew for, you understand? By that time, you are even dead and gone. It's your children that will come and face those realities. So the indenture must consist of a renewal clause in addition. Other than that, too, it must also have what again? Okay, you, the buyer, and your witness, you sign your names and you sign, and then the seller and his witness, the names, and then they sign. And it will also be taken to what? The court. You have specific type of court. It will be taken to the court, be reviewed, and then it will also be signed to ensure that the contract has been what? Has been legally positioned. You understand? So that's the things that are actually in the indenture. So that is the third document the seller can actually give you. The first one is the receipt of payment. Make payment, you have to get a receipt from the seller. And number two, you get a site plan from him. It can either be barcoded or not barcoded. And then the number three is the indenture. These are the three documents the seller can give you. Any other extra documents the seller cannot give you unless you contract the seller to actually get you that document. The fourth one that we're talking about, or most people think about, is a land title. Land title certificates is also another document that cannot be given to you by the seller, but it can only be given to you by the land commissions of Ghana. So whenever you go to buy a land from someone, they say, oh, we have document on it. We'll give you all the documents. It's not true. They cannot give you land title. They can only give you indenture and site plan and maybe your receipt of payment. That's all. He cannot give you what? He cannot give you land title unless he wants to give you his own land title, which is in his name to you. But he cannot give you a land title that consists of your name unless you contract him. Oh, I bought this piece of land with you. I want to have a land title on it. Could you kindly help me get my land title? Then if you trust him so much, then he will actually proceed. Then he will start the processes on your behalf. That means you'll be the one to be paying the cost of the land title. So you'll be doing it with the land commission. You take the various and whatever details that is required, you will take it to them. Whenever they ask any step there, you'll be there to support. He'll be there to answer. He will be there to give the documents step by step. It will take a period of maybe 1 month, 2 months. Some, did I say 1 month? Some takes long time, 3 months, 1 year. Some can even take 3 or 5 years to get your land title. So it depends on how you can push for the document to be done. So if you have good links, most people have good links at the land commission, you understand? They have ways and means they can push things to actually happen legally. I'm not saying illegally. You understand? But generally, to get a land title on your piece of land, it actually relates to how the history of the land is, whether there's litigation on the land or there's no litigation on the land. It boils down to that part. So if there's no any litigation on the land, then it's easy to actually get your land title within few months. And then if it is difficult, then now if there's litigation on it, it will become difficult to get your land title. So definitely, the seller cannot give you a land title certificate. It is the land commission that issues land title certificate, and you can contract the seller to do it for you, or you can actually take the process and do it yourself without any help from your seller. But definitely, if there's any information that is required, you will definitely have to come back to the seller to actually help you with that information. I hope you understand. So that is the fourth document, which number one is not given to you by the seller, but is actually given to you by the land commission. And the fifth one is the permits. Permits. You need building permits. You actually need to, if you want to start or develop your land, you have a plan on how you want to actually build your land. You need to go to the right authorities to get a building permit. The building permit is not issued to you by the land commission. It's not also issued to you by the seller. It's issued to you by the municipal assembly or the district assembly or the metropolitan assembly, whatever government authority that you are under. They are those who are going to give you the building permits, and that one you make payment over there to get it. I hope you understand. So with that one, it consists of how you want to develop the land. It will be written inside, or you want to build a 3-bedroom house, and it gives within this number of months, and you intend to do this is on the land, and this portion of the land facing the road is going to be done. This portion of the land. So you have a building permit before you can now actually go and start developing your land. This is very, very important. Is there any document I've actually forgotten? Maybe if I've forgotten anything, you can actually remind me. I'm not all knower. It's only God that is all knower. If you know some document that I haven't captured in this video, you can actually leave it in the comment section so that we all learn, and then I might make another video to talk about that. So these are just the 5 documents that are needed for you to develop your land. The first 3 can be issued to you by the seller, but the last 2 cannot be issued to you by the seller. If this is your first time, kindly subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to press the bell button so that you get notified whenever we post any videos. And if you want to buy land in Ghana, you want to buy a house in Ghana, check in the description of the video. I have a playlist of properties that are actually for sale. If you also want to book me for consultation, I'm available. If you also want to book me to go do your due diligence of a land for you, I'm available. The prices are also in the description of the video. Okay, my name is Imoru Sadat. You're welcome to Business Trends Ghana. Assalamu alaikum.
Subscribe to BTG Talking Business.